Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog, and we got to talk about Scoot Henderson again. It doesn't look good. I'm just gonna call it what it is. It does not look good. I'm not ready to call him a bust yet because some of the best players that are in the league now didn't have great rookie seasons. But when I watch Scoot Henderson play, it feels like he has no feel for the NBA game. He's an NBA G League Ignite guy. I'm not necessarily high on them because the G League Ignite still hasn't proven that it can produce great NBA players. Like, yeah, Jalen Green is pretty good, but the fact of the matter is, like, he's another guy that seems like he's already reached his peak and he's just plateauing. So I watch him play, right? Like, I watch Scoot Henderson play, and there is so much that is wrong that I'm like, honestly, I worry about Portland hurting the kid's confidence by making him start. I understand he's got big shoes to fill. He's the replacement for Damian Lillard. They gave up a lot just so they could put something around Scoot Henderson to, try and make him better. But it's not good. There's certain aspects of his game that have gotten better over time, like the playmaking and stuff like that has gotten a little better. But all in all, it is a fucking disaster. Even when you find the games, it's like, okay, he scored 23 this game, he scored 25 this game. Like, you look at these games, it's like, okay, he scored 25 points, but he took 23 shots and only made 8 of them. He scored 23 and he had 23 and 10 this night. Okay, but he shot 9 of 21 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, and had 4 turnovers. I mean, I understand he's a rookie, and I've been trying to, curb my attitude on rookies since the Shaedon Sharpe situation, right? But the fact of the matter is, Scoot Henderson is underperforming by an insane amount for a guy that they traded Damian Lillard for. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the guy that they brought in to replace Damian Lillard, and I don't see it. I don't. I get it, like, he could, next year he could come back and be fucking great, but the shooting is abysmal, the turnovers are a problem, the dude's a traffic cone on defense, so he fouls people to try and stop them, which, there's been a couple games now where he's fouled out. I mean, how many games this year has he gotten 5 fouls or more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 games this year. Is it not? Yeah, 9 games this year, he's gotten 5 fouls or more. He's committing 3.5 fouls a game. It's just, I want to have faith in Scoot Henderson. I do, but it's a long shot, man. Like, he's a project. Like, I'm just going to be honest. Like, if I'm Portland and I'm looking to move off of Malcolm Brogdon at the trade deadline, which I'm sure they are, if I'm looking to move off of Malcolm Brogdon, I got to get a point guard back. Like, I'm just going to call it, like, I need to get a starting point guard back. Or they just keep Malcolm Brogdon and let him run the point, which is also another possibility. But, like, if they were looking to get younger, like, you need a younger, more talented point guard. Because, like, I kind of worry that, like, at some point this shit gets in your head. You know what I'm saying? If you've ever played basketball before and you are on a fucking shit streak, you know what I'm saying, where you're not shooting well, you're not defending well, it gets stuck in your fucking head sometimes. And I just worry that this is going to happen with Scoot Henderson if it hasn't already happened. I mean, Scoot Henderson is shooting 36% from the field this year, 30% from 3, and 72% from the free throw line. Those are not good numbers. And, I know I'm going to get people in the comment section who are like, well, he had 33 points against Phoenix last night. Yeah, but it took him 31 shots to do it. He shot 11 of 31 and 4 of 9 from 3. That's 35% from the field. 44% from 3 is fucking great. But, he had 33 points last night, 7 rebounds and 9 assists and 3 steals, which is great. But he also had 3 turnovers and 3 personal fouls. It's just, the Scoot Henderson is a project and nothing more. I'm gonna call it what it is. Like, I'm of the impression that he is a project. And, I part of me wonders if Portland maybe threw him to the wolves too quickly. You know, I kind of wonder if they were like, oh, like shiny new toy, let's use it and put him in the starting lineup and make him be our starting point guard. But I would argue at this point, like, he's a fucking G League player. And I understand he played for the G League Ignite and he went there and played very well. But on the NBA level, I look at him and I'm like, dude, this is not good. Like, I understand Portland's not playing for anything this year, so that like they can let him be the starting point guard all they want, but they need to get him a fucking shooting coach. They need to get him somebody who can teach him to play fucking defense. Hopefully that's Chauncey Billups, but it's just the idea, man, like this is not good at all. And I think to myself also, right, like what can Portland really do to fix this? You know, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt with the eye thing, right? Because like it came out that like he was having issues with his vision and they gave him goggles or glasses or whatever. So now he wears glasses when he plays. And I was like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. I expected the numbers to go up or get better, but the numbers have not gotten better. That's the problem with the whole thing, is that the numbers are still shit. And you know, it sucks because, like, it's crazy to me that, like, people were like, oh, I'll take Scoot Henderson over Victor Wembanyama. And I was like, dude, are these people high? Like, I get that Scoot Henderson had a couple good games against Victor Wembanyama, but Victor Wembanyama is a generational talent. Scoot Henderson is not. And I actually worry with Scoot Henderson that, like, we'll get done with this season, we'll go into next season, and when we get into next season, he's gonna continue to maybe not be good. Like, he'll be better, but he's not going to be like an all-star level guard that like Portland was expecting him to be. So I don't know, man. I don't want to call him a bust because it's his rookie year, and there's guys like Jabari Smith Jr. didn't have a good rookie year. Kevin Durant didn't have a good rookie year. LeBron's rookie year was not a model of efficiency. You know, there's a lot of guys in NBA history that, you know, didn't have a good first year in the league, but had a good second and third year, you know. But the thing is, like, Scoot Henderson, like, if he doesn't fix this by his third year in the NBA, he's going to find himself on the outside looking in. And the numbers are just like, even when you try to find a silver lining in the shit that he's doing, it's like, oh, he posted 23 and 10 this night. That's a good score. Oh, but he shot 9 of 21 from the field. You know, like, even in the games where you try to find silver lining, it's not good. Oh, he had 22 and 11. Okay, but he shot 9 of 21. Oh, he had a 25-point game. Oh, but he shot 8 of 23. Oh, he had a 33-point game. Oh, well, he shot 31 shots and only made 11 of them. You know, it's just, it's a disaster. And, you know, I kind of worry about, like, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, I almost would argue that Scoot Henderson does not need to be the starting point guard. Okay? Like, do not let him start. Let him sit on the bench. Let him play against the second unit. Because I'm going to be honest, I feel like part of this also is that you know, he was their shiny new toy in the draft. He was the third overall pick. And instead of easing him into that situation, right, they just threw him to the wolves, made him the starting point guard. And granted, when you're a top 5 pick, yeah, you probably should be able to just be plug and play. But that is clearly not working for Scoot Henderson. So I think the Portland Trailblazers really need to determine what are Scoot Henderson's strengths, because even the finishing around the basket is not that great. They need to find his strengths and capitalize on those, but also try to bring him along more as a player. You know, they're like, I'm gonna be honest, like he's a rough project. Okay, it's like a barn. It's like a fucking car you find, like a barn find, and you got to try to fix it. That's what this feels like, and you got to invest a lot of time. I wonder also, like, if he's lost the locker room a little bit as well. Like, I get that he's a rookie, but I kind of wonder as well if, like, what do the players in the locker room think of him? You know, like, you know, when you take 31 shots and only score 33 points, like, if I'm on that team, I'm like, dog, like, at some point you need to stop shooting. And that's another thing, is like, his shot selection is not the greatest. This is a dude who's taken 20 shots a night some nights, and I get that, like, that's what you want him to become, but there's an argument to be made that he's just shooting his team out of games. And it sucks, man. It really sucks. Negative 56. Negative 56 is the second lowest box score in NBA history. The lowest is negative 62. The idea that you have a box score of negative 56 is not good. 4 of 21 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls on 13 points and 6 assists. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I want to have faith in him, but I'm very quickly losing my faith in Scoot Henderson because I've seen a lot of bad rookies. Okay, I have never seen a guy just like be a starter for more than almost more than half the season now. We're working on game 39. We're gonna be on game 40, right? I believe. And he's played 30 games in the NBA, so like I'm still a little weary on being too judgmental, but like I thought it was the eye thing, and clearly it's not the eye thing. It's a Scoot Henderson thing, and he's a very good mid-range shooter, but even the mid-range isn't great, but it's decent. And the 3-point shooting is abysmal. I mean, it's just he needs to get better at so much shit, and I don't want to write him off this year, but if he's not better next year, I'm writing him off next year. It's fucking horrendous. I can't believe it's this bad. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.